Okay, this is the Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015 meeting of the East Long Meadow Board of Assessors, starting at 4:30. We have LCAT in here recording the meeting, and we also have our own recording device for the minutes, and there's no one else recording the meeting. The first thing is to review the open and executive minutes from the meeting of October 20th.
I read the minutes, both open and executive, and found them to be perfect. So I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have the review. We have the building permit report. There's one new dwelling and a big addition and a significant addition. One large commercial solar thing.
Let me take a peek. That's a new dwelling down the bottom.
Yes.
Well, I'll be.
You don't expect a lot of that in October.
All right, nothing out of the ordinary there.
Nope. The high-cost solar continues to show up on the building permit report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we want to review and sign the following. These are the routine end-of-monthly abatement reports.
Correct.
We have an official record of what went on.
This is your 2006, the uncollectible personal property that we approved at a meeting this month. This is the actual report showing the abatements were processed.
We voted this one already.
Right. And this is the 2006 uncollectible boat excise that you recently voted to abate, and this is just the record of the abatement. And there are, the next two reports are on this one. Your 2005 uncollectible motor vehicle abatements that we had abated previously, and all of the 2015 motor vehicle abatements that took place during this month.
The new cars and the new car situations and so on.
Yep.
Thank you. I'll just sign two things.
Only one signature there. Two things on the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the fourth item on the agenda is the town office renovations. What's going on there?
As you know, that the town meeting did approve a percentage of money, and they are working on doing some renovations in phases. They are going to be starting on the first floor. Most likely our office will be under renovation between January 18th to the middle of March. This is to make this office a little bit smaller, knock a wall out where Sarah's office is, so Sarah will have some of this back section off of her office. I do have behind me the plan if anyone wants to look at it after the fact.
Is that the plan is this a brand new plan or something we saw before?
This is the plan that actually came with the municipal space study.
Okay.
And this is how they were trying to enlarge the accounting office, because as you know, Sarah is working in a very small room that used to be a closet.
Yeah.
And they're going to be knocking the wall out where her office is to open up our office, but shifting us down. They may have to relocate us for approximately 3 weeks, and if they did, they'd have to relocate us to the meeting room. And so, like I said, we're going to go with the flow. I did make them aware that February 1st is abatement time of year, and that's when a lot of people are coming in to pay their tax bills and stop in our office to ask questions regarding their assessments, or maybe our seniors with the exemptions, and to make sure that the hallways are kept as clear as possible and don't tear us up until after the tax payments are done,
Right.
so that's when we have our most
So
of our
we can have our
traffic.
meetings in the meeting rooms then.
Well, if they transfer us down there for 3 weeks, but basically, we're going to just be shifting everything, so we'll still be able to have our meetings in
Oh, we
here.
will? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I want larger space for our meetings.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I'll see what I can do. So there are going to be some things that I will have to do regarding downsizing. One of the things that I have a concern about is, even though they're saying that they're giving us the same amount of space, naturally the way everything is set up will be different. I may have to really clean out our closet that we have out in the hallway, and maybe ask the building inspector to take all of his building permits out, because I have no space left in there right now.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have to address that issue, and just trying to figure out how to get everything neatly arranged and in good working
Is there
order.
gonna be a problem with these things behind you?
I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to continue to maintain those. We have been doing a lot of clean out, so it's gonna have to be, times will tell. If we're just shifting everything down, but it could end up narrowing the actual work area. So we're looking into it. I have, one of the staff has a really good handle on those schematic plans, and so she has been trying to figure out the best way to rearrange the office, and naturally getting input from myself and the other girl. We're gonna do it the best
Also,
we
they're
can.
looking to push this way.
Mm,
I see that. So
Yeah.
like from here, we're gonna lose here back.
yeah,
I got it.
yeah. They did ask if we could make do with just losing this whole area. I just don't think we can make do. It's very difficult when we're having our meetings, especially when we have our executive session meetings, even in the daytime, to shrink our office too much.
Right.
But, so that is what is happening. I want the board to be aware that this will be happening. They're gonna be starting in the hallway, bathrooms, beginning middle of this month through January. So there will be construction going on.
All right.
Okay.
No, the Care Hampshire Assessors Association has proposed new bylaws.
We are a member of the Hampshire County Assessing Association, and as you know, I also sit on the e-board for the association. Apparently our bylaws stayed with one of our secretaries who had passed away, and the bylaws couldn't be found again, so we had to recreate our bylaws looking at the other associations, and we feel very comfortable that this is a perfect starting point. And at our annual meeting, which will be taking place December 17th at the Delaney House, we will be approving these bylaws with the vote of the membership, we hope. And this is your opportunity to be able to review them and see if you see any issues as a member or a membership, being the town of East Long Meadow. So I don't know if anyone's had an opportunity to look at those. The only difference is, once upon a time it was $10 per member. It's now $40 per community. That is right where we were before, at $40, so it did not have an effect on our membership.
Right.
But there were some communities that only had one assessor, so they'd pay $10, and then their whole municipality or their staff was able to partake in. So we're just trying to make it a little bit more fair. And just so you do know, I do have, it just came in yesterday, and I'll just pass it down, that the annual meeting and their Christmas gathering will take place on December 17th. This year they're going to do something a little bit different. We always bring canned goods as part of our get-together to help the different survival centers or senior centers. This year we have decided to draw a lottery to see which community it will go home with. It's kind of a twofold. It'll help us so the same person doesn't always have to go and deliver it, but I'm sure that if our name was put in and we could get all of those donations for our senior center. I'm sure Carolyn Brennan would be delighted. So if any of the board members would like to attend, please let me know, and I will bring it up next month, next meeting again, just for final, in case if anyone hasn't gotten back to me.
This will need to check the calendar, check our calendars on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have 3 planning board decisions in the correspondence file. Are there anything there that's particular of interest to this office?
Anything that is here, we will either pick up with personal property, or if we have to go out, one is for the senior center, and it is just doing the
We aren't going to tax that.
Correct. Everything else is home-based trade type businesses. And we do have one, which was just on Denslow, a waiver for a site plan review.
Yep.
Again, we follow up on all of these.
Nothing big, that's for sure.
No.
Quiet week.
And the tax rate, again, the tax rate is 2112, up
Yes,
from 2052,
72.
72.
40-cent increase.
So 4%,
40-cent increase.
40-cent increase.
Very good, very good.
2% increase.
Mm-hmm.
And with the values for most residential properties being fairly flat,
Mm-hmm.
although there are some variations, it looks like the increase in taxes is going to be limited this year. There will be an increase, but it's going to be a small increase, and we'd like to thank the selectmen for not taxing to them, and the appropriation committee for not going to the 2.5 limit this year.
I have attached the full signed recap on your drive, just in case if anyone wanted a copy
Yeah,
of it.
you know, the limit was about 800,000 higher than the actual taxes.
Mhm.
Okay, it's time now to go into executive session. We should go into the executive session. I move that we go into the executive session for the purpose of dealing with motor vehicle excise abatement requests, and an update on a pilot agreement, and a right of first refusal question, and a pile of chapter land applications.
And we won't be returning.
And we won't be returning to open session.
Second that.
Okay, we need a roll call vote on this one. Mr. Grudgeon?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Yes.